Today I'm going to show you a little bit about how to plant some of these what we call Bareroot fruit sleeves. Right here I picked out a couple of fruits here. This is a raspberry, and I just wanted to showcase what these sleeves look like. A lot of people say, hey, this is a stick, what do I do with this? Well, actually the plant is in a dormant period now, and now is the perfect time to plant a Bareroot fruit tree because it'll be ready for the new growth in the spring. And you can get them in the ground, and I'll show you how to do all that. You can even plant them in a pot. So to take a look at this sleeve, it's a 10-inch long, 3-inch wide Bareroot raspberry. And sometimes people think you get bare roots in the mail and it's just a bare root. Here at Green Acres, we put them up into some soil with you. We get these from Dave Wilson, and what I like to do is I like to break this up a little bit. As you can see, I kind of give this a couple of legs down here. I say 3 or 4 little legs coming out. It's very important to break the root ball up anytime that you're planting something, especially if it's extremely root bound. When things are in these pots, they grow in a circular motion, and if you don't break that habit of growth, then your plant can have issues later on. So today we're actually not going to plant the raspberry. We're going to plant 2 of these blueberry varieties. The pink icing here that I picked out is known for its foliage. It's just got really beautiful reds and orange hues. It's also got a very sweet berry. It's one of my favorite blueberries to eat. It's not a big producer. It spends its energy in other places, but I still love this plant because it's got a really delicious berry. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pair it together with a jelly bean. This is a little more of a higher producer blueberry. Both of these varieties are well for pots. So some people think, oh, can I put my fruit tree in a pot? Can I put my blackberry in a pot on my patio? The answer is yeah. And I'm gonna show you how to pot up. We got a terracotta pot right here, and we have some soil, so come on and hang out with me, guys. I'm going to use this Sure Start starter fertilizer that you can grab at any Green Acres Nursery and Supply locations. This is going to help reduce a transplant shock. And transplant shock is very important. When you put a plant into a new home, a lot of times it's going to go into shock, and so finding ways to help reduce that shock can help your plant grow and grow faster, come back quicker, and start producing berries in time for the berry season. So this is a really nice fertilizer. Not only does it have food for the plant, it has the fungi, the mycorrhizae, and it has the microbes that help the life in the soil increase, and that helps the plants uptake those nutrients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little pinch. You can use a tablespoon or 2 per fruit sleeve. You can stir this into the soil and then plant in, or you can do what I like to do and just put a little bit in the hole so that my roots directly touch the starter fertilizer. We're gonna plant jelly bean first. I like to really break the root balls up, and I'm gonna try to give it 4 little legs here. So I'm gonna break the bottom in half there. And then I'm going to break the bottom in half this way, and that's going to give me 4 legs. And this should help ensure that my roots don't keep growing in a circular motion. And once you stick her in there, you can start breaking her roots up, nice and gentle, but when they're this root bound, you have to apply a little pressure. A lot of times people think you're going to kill the plant, but the plant can actually kill itself if you don't take proper steps to break this root ball up. This is much more root bound than this raspberry. As you can see how this has got soil, soil's falling off. Nothing really fell off of this blueberry. So as you can see, this blueberry is a little deep in here. So what we might do is we might come in here And we're gonna take a look when she comes in here. If she's too low or too high, we're gonna make adjustments before we do our final backfill. I'm pretty happy with how these are gonna go, and I know that I'll be trimming them in the future to make sure they don't grow into each other and to make sure that they get enough airflow. You get a good airflow and you get a better flower set, and in turn a better fruit set. Now I have some more support. I can break some of these roots up and make sure that they grow out away from the plant instead of in a circular motion. Now what I like to do before I do my final backfill is I'll add a little more fertilizer. And since I only work with organic fertilizers, I know that I'm not gonna have any issues of burning the plants with too much nitrogen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a tiny bit of this citrus and fruit tree fertilizer. We have other fertilizers that are good for berries, blueberries, all sorts of stuff. We even have a fertilizer that's similar to this bag, and it's an azalea and camellia acidic fertilizer mix. That would also work for blueberries or raspberries who love that acidic soil. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and I'm gonna put it in this little layer here. And I'm gonna backfill on top of it. So this fertilizer is gonna slowly release into these plants. And they say after planting, using Sure Start, you wanna fertilize 30 days later with most things. So for this buys me a little extra time. So I might fertilize these in maybe 8 weeks, depending on the season and whether they're flowering or fruiting. And now we're gonna do a final backfill. I don't want to pat the soil down too hard, but I do want to make sure that there's not a whole lot of air pockets down in here. Alright folks, thanks for watching this video and hanging out with Patio Pat today and taking some information from Green Acres Nursery and Supply. We'd love it for you to like and subscribe to our channel, like this video, and like us on Facebook. We'd love to hear any questions you have, and we'd love to answer any issues that you might have about gardening, whether it's fruit trees or shade trees, maybe it's a hedge. Make sure that you hit us up on Facebook so that we can connect with you. And remember folks, grow happy, grow healthy.